Now, to take you on a roller coaster. It's going to be real. It's going to be hard. It's going to be soft. I want to write a poem that speaks truth. And regardless of what you think you know, and irrespective of what I let you in on, there are some things that must be said. As I've laid my head down to rest on pin-up thoughts, even though at times emotion seems lost, trapped inside like unclean stained glass needing to be washed around old timber wooden window frames supported by cracked, chipped, dried up pages. I want to write a poem with softly pressed keyboard computer strokes similar to the strokes of piano, black and white notes followed by analytical vibrations, taste and logical thoughts as the left hemisphere does its thing to balance out the right side of brain waves. I want to write a poem that'll take you way black. I mean, so far back to when I can remember the smell of ethyl gasoline prices and petrol was 37 cents a gallon.
Okay, that's right.
And along at the same time, my Uncle Walter had that 3-speed green GTO, and life seemed easier back then than they are nowadays. Now, check this in, because some things you might want to check out. You know, like when afros and pigs were in the mix, do you remember the one with the John Carlos and Tommy Smith black power fist that picked up one of those ideal Janae was now called kitchen naps and kings? Because finally, hot press and combs have now pressed out that natural twist. See, I want to write a poem one day that'll express the deep hidden vibes, like the broken pride of a man who in the depth of his darkness alone he cries as his cheekbone meets salty dry tears. Although he tries not to show his fears, Mr. Macho won't let it go. Because he is larger than life. That's his ego. I want to write a poem while laying down liquid ink between the horizontal lines, filling up no longer white spaces, chasing sketches of pattern thoughts, bars from adrenaline, running through my veins as it reaches my fingertips. I want it to make complete and perfect sense by the time the phonics hit your inner earlobe, connected to earwax, now melted because the canal which travels down to your throats has a clear passage of heat from these brown lips, speaks to seek membranes. Like Miles made these rollers nervous. Like the 5% should make you sit up and take notice of the nationwide homicides and militias, like in a walking mostly fictitious, but actual, factual thriller. I want to write a poem where we understand the term and the use of the term crack and its origin. You see, it came way back black when Europeans were beating the crap out of men and children with sticks and whips that made the sound of quack. But when that cracker cracked you upside your head with that black Billy Club, or when Billy Club ancestral stolen generations of warriors and warriorettes, quarries of native lands once roamed their homeland by the millions. Now they're down to 1-2%.
Wow.
Don't slip. I will never let you forget about the history or her story, but you want me to forget or not talk about it. You telling me that that pain happened too long ago, and that I have the same rights as anybody else? Come on now, don't fool yourself. It's a shame how these politicians be straight out poly-tricking and poly-pimping the nation on illegal liquor boards and bailing out the banks. Tell me why does the bank need any help? Yet the average worker's wages continue to deteriorate. These non-spiritually, mentally dead want to rule and control all things. I want to write a poem. You expect me to keep my mouth shut? Impossible. Because see, I have a dream. That one day I will see our people all around the world united as one. No matter if I'm wearing a daishiki or a 3-piece suit, if I'm sporting some Jordans or strolling barefoot alongside the beach in Ethiopia, I have a dream. That one day the dark-skinned people of the Union One verse word would make up the majority and not the minority will come together and stop calling ourselves pimps, dogs, and 12 and 13-year-old boys. I have a dream. That one day we will stop the senseless murders that goes on every single day. You see, this Eurocentric system wants to put that behind away from life. And don't you realize that the prisons are the fastest growing industry? Why? Because they are privatized. See that evil eyes inscribed inside of the dollar bill and side of the pyramid's first eye, purposely detached from the east. Look on the back, no joke. Recognize now together is gonna smoke from the $20 bill note. You fold it right, you'll see the Pentagon going up in smoke, and where the Twin Towers came falling down, and go like London and bridges come tumbling down. You'll see
Wow. Go ahead.
brother that speaks to you on the streets is always trying to get your decisions to get visuals in your desires, recognize your style of dressing. Some of y'all have really got to stop dressing like freaks. So listen up to Maya Angelou's Cave Bird Wings and Non-Clipsy. One day, I'm going to meet up with my ancestors that were lost and stolen and drowned from slave ships and beat down. It wasn't me, master! It was told me, the jingle. I have a dream that one day we will find love for all womankind.
Yes, yes.
Look, you cannot get the man without the woman.
Right.
From she, you can get he.
Yeah.
From her, you drop the R, you're still going to get he. And then I tell you that this next verse is not a dream. And then I teach my daughters, my queens, to wear their dresses at the break up below the knees. You see, these days, these young ladies are being raped by TVs today.
Yes.
There's something too much sexuality.
Yeah.
Before they know it, they become victim by rapists and babies having babies because dad, he's not in the home and mommy, she's talking too much negativity. Plus, she's at the club dropping a low like a groupie. I have a dream to free the real me from the slave me. I have a dream that today we will recognize that Black history is worth more than 1 month of the year. That's false evidence appearing real, which equals fear. Then our first dig across. Have you lost? I have a dream that you will teach your sons and daughters to strive to be their own boss.
Yeah.
Now hear that? To strive to be their own boss.
Yeah.
Thank you.